Celtic Myths and Legends by T.W. Rolleston. Chapter 5, The Ultonian Cycle. Tales of the... Winning of Emer. The next day, he went up to the dune of Forgal, the Willie, father of Emer, and he leaped the hero's salmon leap that he had learned of Scatha over the high ramparts of the dune. Then the mighty men of Forgal set on him, and he dealt but 3 blows, and each blow slew 8 men, and Forgal himself fell lifeless in leaping from the rampart of the dune to escape Cuchulainn. So he carried off Emer and her foster sister, and 2 loads of gold and silver. But outside the dune, the sister of Forgal raised a host against him, and his battle fury came on him, and furious were the blows he dealt, so that the ford of Glandath ran blood, and the turf on Crothat was trampled in a bloody mire. 100 he slew at every ford, from Albany to the Boyne, and so was Emer won as she desired, and he brought her to Emain Macha, and made her his wife, and they were not parted again until he died. Well, if a woman insists, well, the father kind of insisted, but the woman definitely went along with it, so she's, that a man's going to be like a killer. It's one thing if it's necessary for defense, but just, I want a man that's willing to kill hundreds of people, or even dozens or several or whatever it is. They tend to be the abusive types, or sometimes they're not. Sometimes you hear of a notorious gangster who killed 105 people, and he was very nice and gentle with his family. But the Bible talks about that bit too, where the warriors would come home from killing the. It sounds like a lot of just people who were born differently, are believed differently. So we got to go fight and conquer. But there was a waiting bit before they got home, and if there was a better idea of just war, maybe you wouldn't have to, because it was like, you completely categorize it. It's like an executioner. When he's chopping off the head of that murderer, or stabbing him, or however you're supposed to kill the murderers and the child molesters and the rapist, and those who commit high treason unto those lengths, or convicted enough counts of torture or something, that they're going after the guilty. This isn't something they have to carry on in the rest of their life. And a lot of us who've gotten into fights in terms of self-defense and that sort of thing is, with everybody else, we're super nice people. But you try to hurt us, or you try to hurt our family. But, be rational about that conclusion. Don't just jump to so many people throwing out the claim of stalker and various other things nowadays. It's just, somebody says that someone's a terrorist. It's like, well, they're really a terrorist. But almost never are they actually.